What's going on, everybody? Kenny Dubs here with another Atelier Reslieriana video. Now, today, new patch dropped. Well, new update. We're going to be taking a look at that. It is May 12th, 2024. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stuff here that has dropped. So, first up, Atelier Shallie Legend Fest. We have Shallot and Shalistera. We have an alt for Shalistera. And this is the first fire unit that we've gotten since Wilbell. Not only that, I believe that this is the last fire unit that JP side got. So, well, fire's going to be lacking quite a bit in fire units. We're going to be lacking a bit of fire units. Not fire's going to be lacking in fire units. Fire's lacking in units. Aside from that, if we just scroll down here a little bit, just the usual stuff. Wish period, ticket period, Little Sergeant sale period, so on and so forth there. Now, the two new characters, Shalistera is a school maiden in this one. She's a fire supporter, and Shallot is a strike breaker, and I believe, if I remember correctly, she is the first AoE strike breaker we've gotten since Plachta, I think. No, Plachta might have a single target burst. I don't remember. But yeah, another strike breaker here. New SSR Memoria, riding with best friend, equipped to a character fire affinity, boosts HP recovery given by 6%. So basically for Shalistera there. However, trial battles as per usual, and wish tickets, just again as usual here, you can get 2 10 pulls for 3,000 gems total. Trade-off is you don't get any legend medals there. Following that, another limited time Losar set is available, 6,300 gems, so you can purchase that if you would like. The new event is here as well. We have 2 Shallies and a Mother's Wish. For those of you that have played Atelier Shallie, Alchemist of the Dusk Sea, you probably recognize Nady. Unfortunately, I never got to play that one. Every time I went to look for it, it was just never in stock. This is the first game that I piqued my interest in the Atelier series, though. I just never have to play it. Although I do own it now, I just haven't gotten around to playing it yet. So, this event, we actually get a free unit once again. Here, we get Nady, the Smalling Mother, or maybe it's Nadi, I'm actually not sure. And we can get her to 5-star just by playing through the event, which is very, very cool. Be sure to do that. It's going to be a limited time unit because she's free with the event. So if you're not available during this event to play at least a little bit, you won't end up getting her. There's also some limited time event recipes, kind of as per usual. This is going to be the score battle style event here. So we're going to get ticket drops from doing road stages, and then we can go and use those tickets to challenge the score battles. That's what they're going over right here. We get battle coins, and you're going to exchange them for Nady pieces, sacred orbs, and things like that. EX challenge mode will be unlocked. I believe this is probably only going to get us mana as well. Doesn't require any tickets. Other than that, Nady is a strike supporter, and she grants she cures nullify recovery, which is great because every time I get hit with that, it's like the worst possible time. Though I don't know if I'll actually end up using her, but in case it actually gets on my nerves, I can use this I can use her to get rid of it. A bunch of recipes here. We'll take a look at those later. Here's a brief look at 2 of them. Here's a weapon. I'm gonna equip the character with fire affinity, boost HP recovery by 5%. And then an accessory, boost breaker with strike affinity. After using skill, boosts own physical attack by 6% for 2 turns. I don't think this is that great, to be honest. Next is something very, very interesting, something that I like. Now, I heard this wasn't a thing JP side, so this is pretty cool here. It's something that Global's getting exclusively. Elemental Tower Ascension Campaign and Trial by Fire. So, as you can probably gather from just looking at this, you'll need to climb the Elemental Tower and do at least a little bit of Fire Affinity Tower. Using limited time tower missions, make it right to Elemental Tower in the Elemental Tower Ascension campaign, and test your metal, the Tower of Fire with Trial by Fire. Complete these missions earn up to 800 Low Star Gems and 20 Atelier Fest tickets, which is very, very nice because Atelier Fest tickets might give me something good, or maybe someone else will get something good. Who knows? So take on challenges with your strongest party. The regular Elemental Tower is not that challenging, to be honest. All you really need is a party of 5 with max level. The max level right now is 70, so you going with that. It wasn't even that bad when they did it at 60, to be quite honest. And you should be fine for the most part. Just pay attention to what the floor gives bonuses or penalties to. Following that, your Trial by Fire overview, click on the Tower of Fire to earn rewards. Go on the second floor, will allow you to develop the Fire Affinity Tower exclusive weapon recipe, Tome of Answers Fire, so use this to your advantage to clear the third floor. This, I think, is really, really cool. It's giving players more incentive to clear Fire Affinity Tower. I've already covered, I've already cleared towers, or floors 1 and 2 in Fire Affinity Tower. I have a card to that somewhere around here. I did those on my stream. And maybe I'll, with how I cleared it, might give some ideas on how other people can clear them as well. Recipe details. I'll just tell you what the fire tome weapon does, which is actually quite nice. While equipped to an attack with Fire Affinity, boosts single target damage by 21%, so it's very, very nice there. Following that, there is something else that I didn't cover. I was going to make a video about it yesterday, I think, or was it 2 or 3 days ago this came out? It was 2 days ago. Letters from the development team, volume 2. I'm not going to go over it fully. We're just getting some extra features, some quality of life things, quite nice. The most exciting one, at least for me, and maybe for other people, is we're actually getting the characters and more from previous events added to the pools much earlier. So for us, starting from June 10th, 2024, characters and memorial featured from wishes that have ended more than 56 days ago will be added to a permanent pool in subsequent wishes. So basically, characters that have debuted more than about 2 months ago will be added to permanent pools. Now, what does this mean for upcoming banners? This means that I think tickets skyrocket in value because you're getting two multi-pools for the price of one. It also means the characters you might have had to pass up on, you could get a chance at pulling here. So, for example, for those of you that watched my pull session on pull for Liddy, I did not get Liddy. I ended up with Sue. Now, after this is implemented, Sue gets added to the pool of characters, and now maybe I can pull Sue. I'm sorry, maybe I can pull Liddy off of tickets, right? Going forward, or just pulling for characters, or how I didn't pull for Plakta, Sophie, or even Lily. Lily is a good one because I suffered a lot through Bolt Affinity Tower so far. Maybe I get Lily now as well. So tickets, I think, skyrocket in value from this point onwards. Maybe exception rule for certain 3-star characters. I don't think there are any exceptions for this right now, except maybe maybe like one of the more recent pairs, JP side. But yes, this rule applies retrospectively to featured characters and more wishes that were released before June 10th. So like I was saying, so now Will Bell, like Will Bell, things like that, Will Bell, Neo, things of that nature. So it'll be good for us going forward. Collecting one of those pies simultaneously. We're able to pick up both pies at once instead of clicking, watching animation, clicking again, watching animation. So that's cool there. Skip synthesis, animation scenes. Want to make synthesis a better experience for everyone. Adding option to skip the animation leading up to the synthesis result, which is quite nice. Mana recovery cap and recovery speed adjustment. So we'll be able to synthesize more frequently. That's pretty cool. It doesn't tell us what the time is going to be shortened to. Improvements to the recipe filter, so that'll be nice there. Improvement to the score battle Swift Hunt page as well, something that will be coming. Another big one, variations of the same character in party lineups. This is actually very, very imperative, especially for people like me who don't have Liddy but have Bolt Resna, because if I want to do, say, if I want to run Fire Resna, because I also don't have Fire Ryza, I can't have Bolt Resna and Fire Ryza, or Fire Resna in the same party right now, so to bolster my crit chance. After this change, that's something I'll be able to do. Or if you had ended up wanting to, run a team of Resnas or, a team of Valerias or something to that effect. I don't think we have enough Rises or anyone else. I think just Resnas and Valerias is all we have enough to do right now. I'm not sure. But yes, you'll be able to do stuff like that. That's pretty cool to have that added as well. This is the second thing, the second most exciting thing for me, but more so the adding characters to the pool. Because like I said, that just means that you might just be able to luck into characters, on other banners. That does, however, I didn't cover it in, does not apply to Atelier Fest, and Atelier Fest lineup will not be updated to include featured characters and Moria from other wishes. So the pool that we can only use tickets on right now, that pool doesn't get updated, unfortunately. Taking a look at the event over here, you're going to need to go through the story at least a little bit first, I believe, up until... I think you need to do the first 3, and then you'll be able to start going to the score battles. But just clear out all these and get like 1,250 gems. Then you can go to the score battle. This one actually wasn't too bad. I might cover this one in a video later as well for people who maybe don't have it as premium units. Although the only real premium unit, I guess, I did use one premium. I did use Ryza, but I'm pretty sure I could swap out Ryza and have like Shallie or someone else, just another area breaker, because I use Marie as well. But over here in the exchange, since I already have Nady, as you see here, I can get like all of her pieces. It's going to be a bit of a trek through here to get all of her pieces. But I will work on that as soon as I can. There's some mana in here as well, some sacred orbs. I will probably prioritize the mana because right now I do want to finish up Nady, I also need to synthesize some more gear before the double drop campaign ends. Coming over here to the missions here, let's go ahead and look at the okay, I have to scroll all the way down. There's so many more things. Okay, first I guess I'll grab these. I want to wait to grab these, but just because the cookies have an expiration date on them for maximum, just kind of like maximum, I guess, efficiency with them. Trial by Fire right here. You can see here the Atelier Fest wish tickets here. So you can grab those. I haven't cleared up the floor 3 yet. I probably can. I'll probably do that this weekend on stream. Let's just collect these 2. That's 2 10 pulls there. And here, clearing all of the Elemental Tower. I believe this was 800 Pulsar gems. 500. Okay. Let's say it was 800, but... Oh, I guess 800 is also including this as well. Okay, yeah. All right, coming over here to the event recipes. So, let's take a look at a few of them here. Fire Affinity, boost HP given. Recovery given. Maybe for Judy. Possibly. Over here, the Windbreaker. Equipped to a character Fire Affinity, reduce damage heals by 5%. Actually, I think this is very good. I think this is a pretty good piece of gear for Judy. As well, so I like this a decent bit if you're using Judy still. This is also very interesting when equipped to a support with Fire Affinity, which we have 2 or 3 at this point. With Ixel, and we have Fire Shallie. Reduce all damage allies received by 2%, which isn't, it's not the greatest, but it's an interesting piece of gear because I don't think we've had anything to this effect just yet. Have a convenient broom. The target is stunned. Boost all skill damage by 7% for 2 turns. Don't really like this one. Not much else to say about that. The Meteorite Armor, while equipped to a character with Strike Affinity, after attacking a weakness, boosts own stun damage by 5%. Max at 25%. Not terrible. Though, for breaking character, you really don't want them to ramp up. You want as much breaking as possible, like as soon as possible. Maybe like if you're struggling with something in tower, you might want to make something like this, but outside of like very, very, very niche situations, I don't see this being very useful. Finally, we got the Metal Boots, equipped to a Breaker with Strike Affinity. After using a skill, boost own physical attack by 6% for 2 turns. I guess this is okay. Shallot seems to be very, very in line with using being a bit more damage oriented, I guess I should say, alongside being a breaker. So if you're doing like a run without using DPS, maybe want this on like Shallot or Corneria or whoever you're going to be using for damage for that run, your Strike Breaker. Coming over here to the shop, you can pick up your tickets for the double Shallie banner. I'm still not sure if I want to, and I'm kind of ambivalent on that because I did want to save quite a bit for the upcoming banners. Finally coming over to take a look at the characters themselves. So we have Shalstara School Maiden. Her S1 isn't really anything useful. If you've used Bolt Resna, it's the same effect. You really don't want to click this that much aside from manipulating timeline. The heal isn't that potent. Our skill 2, however, though, is pretty interesting. It is an area heal, so that's already pretty nice. The downside is that after recovery reduces damage taken by the target by 10% for one attack. 10% isn't all that much. She seems to be more of a defensive support, which isn't too bad, but I feel like for defensive supports, it loses a bit of value unless you're actively struggling with something in particular. Otherwise, you probably want offensive supports, more like Bolt Resna or Liddy. Help you, just delete the enemy faster, because if you make the enemy's HP 0, you don't need to worry that much about, healing or damage mitigation. And then her burst here, after attacking, reduces all allies' damage taken by 30% for one attack. Reduces all allies' damage taken from single target attacks 50% for one attack. It's pretty interesting. I assume... Actually, I really like this burst, actually. It's very, very interesting that you get both one turn for one attack of 30% damage mitigation and from single attack mitigation. Though I'm pretty sure that means that you can use both up on one attack. So if the enemy uses an AoE attack, you only get the benefit of the 30% damage mitigation. But I feel like the 30% should have been like here to make that more useful, right? That would have been a lot better. I don't really see the 10% of this being all that useful. Like, if I'm clicking this, it's probably because I just need the area heal, as opposed to the damage mitigation. Though I'm not sure if your healing is more than Mariruzo. Oh, it's also very interesting as well. Reduce all damage taken by 5% inherently. Okay, that's pretty interesting. And here's Shallot over here. So, first up, her S1, after attacking, boosts on stun damage at 20% and boost targets damage received by 20% for one attack, which is very, very interesting. Corneria has a similar one where boost on stun damage dealt for 20% for one attack, but Shallot also does that for the target's damage taken. And then her S2 is an AoE, which is quite nice. Boost stun damage by 40% when target is stunned. So her damage gets, amplified when the target is stunned, which is pretty interesting. So it deals more damage. How fast is 245? Isn't terribly slow either. And then her burst, another AoE here. When target is stunned, boosts the target's damage received by 60% for one attack. That's actually quite nice. She got decently high speed as well, so she should be going before your damage dealing unit, so that's really, really good there. The downside is that, from what I gathered, breakers lose out on a lot of value have been losing out on value in the JP server, aside from stuff like Breaker Ryza, because she has instant break just because of the bloated HP, bloated break values there. So I'm not sure if I really would suggest investing too heavily into any breakers right now. Outside of like Heidi and Master Ryza, I think are probably the only two worth it. Right now, with the current way that JP side is going, in the long run anyway, like short term, yeah, you could definitely still make use of these. But from the way it's sounding to me for right now, for JP side, you don't really want to use breakers that much. Well, the Memoria, at max, it boosts recovery given by 52%, which will be decent for Shallie, though I think item Memoria is probably a lot better. Decent Memoria for stats as well. It's got decent chunk of magic, it's got decent speed. I think it's decent all around right here, so that's quite nice. And yeah, that's it for this video. Anyway, good luck to everyone if they're pulling for a favorite this week. Uh, like I said, I will probably try to refrain from pulling for a little bit. I wouldn't mind getting either of these two units if I got them off a daily pull. That'd be great. But other than that, I probably won't be using tickets for a little while. The next banner, I probably want to use a few tickets on at the very least. But yeah, that's going to be it for me, and I'll catch you guys next time. Later.